My name is Lady Christina. I thought I would start a vlog, something I've been thinking about for a while, and we have some plans going on around the house, so I thought that we would just share it with you. Um, Stay tuned. Right now, I'm currently working on a drawstring pouch. I think I might start selling them, but you never know. I don't know. I enjoy making them, so. But this one's a red one. I'm also making a flag. It's not finished. It probably won't be finished for a few months. Yeah, it's taken me a long time. It's this one particular knot that's just very time consuming. I keep standing on the cords. They're really, really long. While I'm thinking about it, I think I'll show you what I'm working on. We rotate the phone. This is, it's going to be like a curtain, but this is the knot that is making me nuts. It's just time consuming. I have the white for the stars. My stripes are done over here. Those are done. This is just, see, that's all that is. It's just easier when you have something that hangs like this. It's just easier to do this. And this is just a curtain rod. That's all that is. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. It's I started this February 18th, I think. February 18th of this year, 2024. I really honestly didn't think it was going to take this long. The stripes I thought were going to be the hardest. It's the blue. It's just the knot that I'm using. It's a really cool knot, and it's exactly what I was looking for, but it's a lot of work, and I have to get up on the stool, and I'm afraid of heights, so I get vertigo. I'm a mess. I'm just a mess. Yeah, this is just a little purse, a little pouch. They're really easy to make. They're just time consuming, but they're super, super easy to make. That's why I'm thinking about selling them. But I haven't a clue as to how to do that, let alone what to charge for them. What do you charge for them? I don't know. I know how much I paid for the materials. So I guess it's something I'm going to have to research. So follow me on Facebook. I have a VeeCheeCo channel on Facebook where my husband talks about gardening and fishing. He's a fishing addict. It's kind of like his blog. He does a blog. He doesn't use a video. He likes to type his out. Me, I'm too lazy. But check him out on Facebook, VeeCheeCo. It's the same title as the YouTube channel. And I believe I have links in the description. And I'll put a link to my page as well. I have a page that I use called Chris's Creations. It's where I have my macrame. Also, if you would like to follow me, my profile, please do. There's no telling what I'm going to share. But just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm 58. I'm getting ready to turn 59. I've been married to my soulmate and my best friend for 34 years. We're celebrating our 34th anniversary this year. And I have 3 children, 3 grandchildren, and a beautiful granddaughter. She's my life. And she's so much to play with. She's so much fun to play with. My husband was diagnosed with cancer in 2006, and he was treated with Rituxan at Fort Gordon, at Eisenhower, and it put it in remission. He was doing great until last year, and last year it came back. He found some swollen lymph nodes in his groin, and they were removed. And then he finished 15 rounds of radiation in January, and he's still recovering from that, but he's doing fantastic. He's doing great. We stay positive. We stay hopeful. We don't let it get us down. We've done everything we're supposed to. I make sure he drinks his green tea. I don't like green tea, but I make sure he drinks it. You know, it's funny. I'm a California girl. I grew up in Southern California, Los Angeles, Huntington Beach, Fountain Valley, Garden Grove, Westminster, that area, Long Beach, Newport Beach. Yeah, those are my old stomping grounds. And never in my wildest dreams ever thought I would live in Georgia, ever. I don't know why, but for some reason that was the one state that I just never saw myself living in until I met my husband. And it's funny how we met. But we've been together ever since. He was in the Air Force, and he had a little girl. I had a little boy, and we were both coming out of marriages. It was instant. Everything fell into place just perfectly. My son went straight to him. He wasn't even 2 yet. And his daughter went straight to me, and she wasn't even 3 yet. The funny part of it is, our first date, we went to Blockbuster. Some of you may not know what that is. Some of you may. And we rented a VHS, and it was Star Trek. The Final Frontier, was it? It was 1990. It was 1990. So whatever Star Trek movie that was. It was with William Shatner. And got the kids a Disney movie. I don't remember which one. The kids fell asleep, and we laid them down, and we watched our movie, and that was our first date. It's funny because when we went to the Blockbuster to pick out the movies, they thought our kids were brother and sister. And that's how much they look alike. They're both very fair. They're both fair-haired, and they both have blue eyes. And they do look a lot alike, believe it or not. And my hair's falling out. They always have. And yeah, we've been together ever since. And we do have a son together. That's where my granddaughter comes in. Our youngest has a baby. Well, she's 4 now, but she's our universe. But haven't gotten very far. I need to stop running my mouth. Oh, what you're hearing in the background is my fan. We have the windows open. It's a beautiful day. The wind is blowing. The sun is shining. The air is just nice. It's springtime in Georgia. So yesterday it got a little humid. But we wait as long as possible to turn the air on. Granted, it doesn't last very long. The air usually comes on pretty quick. But I enjoy open windows. I like the smells from outside. As long as the humidity stays down, I'm good. But once that humidity goes up, I'm done. Windows are coming down and air's going on. So last year, in September, I had a scare. I ended up in the hospital for a week. They couldn't tell me what was wrong. My white blood cells were really, really high, and I was dehydrated, and couldn't keep anything down. And they hospitalized me for 6 days. The diagnosis was anorexia. Do I look anorexic? And acute kidney failure. So yeah, just go follow my husband on Facebook. It's VeeCheeCo. What is wrong with this thing? It's just not right. Something's not right. But yeah, he likes to go fishing, and he brings back fish. He and my son eat it. I don't touch it. But they love it. And so I take pictures and create reels with it. But he's planted the garden. The garden's planted, and he has his critter ritters set up. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned. You'll find out eventually. Because we have a trail camera. It'll be fun. It'll be funny. Like I said, I got all kinds of plans. We got all kinds of plans. You just have to wait for the garden to come in. But he just made me a trellis today for my green beans. I love canned green beans, but we haven't been able to get them the last couple of years because the deer eat them. The deer like them too, but I love canned green beans in the winter. They are so much better than that store-bought stuff. And I put up with the pressure cooker in the kitchen just to can the green beans and the peas. I'm not a big pea fan, but my husband likes them. What else? Tomatoes. Provided the deer leave those alone. The last few years have not been very good for our garden. We have a fence around it, but they have figured out how to get through the fence. Do what you gotta do, right? And do what you gotta do. I don't know about you, but I like to watch cop videos. I discovered Frank, Fridays with Frank. I would love to be pulled over in Arizona by Sheriff Mark Lamb, because he won't give you a ticket. He'll write you or he'll give you a warning, but he won't write you a ticket. Frank Sloop, I think that's his last name, complains about that because Frank gives tickets. Mark Lamb does not. Not that I'd go to Arizona just to speak, but still. I'd rather be pulled over by Mark than Frank. But Frank's a really nice guy. Check out his channel. It's a YouTube channel. Fridays with Frank. It's pretty entertaining. He'll give people tickets and then they'll ask him for his picture. He's a nice guy. I watched him arrest a guy today, and the guy was cool with it because the guy told him, my license is suspended, and he had a warrant. So Frank's like, you're being under arrest, or you're being arrested. Can I get a picture with you first? Sure do. People honk when they go by, and he just turns around, waves at him, and says, hey, citizen, check him out. Hey, Frank, you need to give me some credit for that. I have random thoughts, just random thoughts, and it just occurred to me. Some old lady in Georgia follows Frank Fridays with Frank. She's standing here talking about him while she's doing macrame. How random is that? Provided you've hung around long enough. Actually, you know, the stuff, it doesn't, it gets in knots, but it doesn't, it's really easy to get out. It can be frustrating sometimes, but it's not that hard to get a tangle out. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Savannah, Georgia, but it's one of my favorite places to go, specifically the historic area. When my husband and I go down there, we stay at the VeeCheeCo house, and it is absolutely beautiful. We haven't been down there since COVID, pre-COVID. Well, we've been down there, just not, we haven't stayed down there. Now, my sister and I went down there in September of last year, and for a couple of days, and had a blast. We had a blast. But Savannah's just so much fun. You get to sit and watch people. I love people watching. Well, and the fact that it's probably a wrong one. I get distracted and not pay attention. It's probably one of the few places in America where you can walk on the street with a drink in your hand, an alcoholic drink in your hand. Not glass, just plastic, for obvious reasons. Yeah. Everybody's got one. Or if they don't have one, they're asking you, where'd you get that? And every restaurant you go into, you can get it to go. My husband and I, every time we go down there, or my sister and I too, every time we went to go eat, we'd always make sure we were bringing ordering a to-go margarita. But it's only district area. You can't do it in any other part of Savannah. Just the district area. The historic area, I'm sorry. But there is so much history in Savannah. And I'm all about the paranormal. So we've been on pub crawls. Those are fun. Originally, we were going to stay in all of the B&Bs in Savannah. Then we found the Kehoe house, and well, we kind of stopped there. We've been there, we've stayed there several times, but I mean, every place we've stayed in has been beautiful. We've had a really big disappointment, but I won't mention that. I won't mention where, because it's a big deal place. But we weren't impressed. We weren't even impressed with the food. But I'm not going to diss any business on here. That's not what this is about. Yeah, I'd love to go back and stay at the Kehoe house again. And we always stay in a different room. We have never stayed in the same room twice. We stayed there. We booked it one year for Halloween. That was fun because so many people go to Savannah for Halloween because of all of the paranormal and the ghosts. Gotta go see the ghosts. But they do have some really good ghost tours. They are, my sister and I went on a ghost tour in September, and we had a really good time because ghosts would get on the trolley. It was a trolley around town. And then the final place was the Pirate House to eat. And yeah, it was just a fun experience all the way around. But I don't recommend doing a day visit. We did a day visit, and it's 3 hours from here. So it was 3 hours there and 3 hours back. And I won't do that again. You're walking all over the historical district, up and down River Street. Yeah, that was exhausting. And then a 3-hour drive back. Ruthie is back. Ruthie is my fat cat. She loves to play. And she likes to play, with my cordage. What did I do? Wasn't paying attention. So, I'm thinking of getting a tattoo. I have been wanting one forever. But, you know, I was always told the tattoo picks you. You don't pick the tattoo. Well, it came to me just the other day. My sister-in-law is going to get a tattoo for her 50th birthday, which is coming up in a few months. Less than a few months. So, I asked her if I could go with her to get one. So we're gonna go get one together, and I think this is the right tattoo. I think this is the one that I was waiting for. But you'll have to stay tuned to see it. Dinner's on. I had to stop and go start dinner. It's my night. Vic and I take turns, and he's supposed to be cooking for like the next 3 nights because I cooked for like the last 3 nights because he wasn't feeling good. If he's not feeling good, I'm going to take over, and I make him sit down because he just gets tired. He gets winded very easily. It's what radiation does to a person. But I had an idea, and I wanted to make upside down pizza, and so told him I'd cook. So he owes me for like 3 nights. Oh my, because I hate cooking. I hate it. It's not something I enjoy doing it. I did it for decades. My kids and Vic ate every day at 6 o'clock. Every day. Sometimes if I was frying chicken, maybe 6:30, because chicken takes a long time. Yeah. but every day. And I'm just not going to do that anymore. We eat a lot of salad. We're both on a diet, but we still eat food too. But yeah, we eat a lot of salad. Nothing wrong with salad. Look, I'm running my mouth again, and I'm not getting anything done. But yeah, I made, well, it's in the oven. I know it's only 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's only 4 o'clock. Well, I've started now. I start to get hungry at about 3. And so I start dinner early. That way it's done, you know, around 5, 4:30, 5 o'clock. And if we get hungry later, there's more. More often than not, we go for the chips. Over here. What are you doing, little boy? What? You're gonna start in. I know what you want. I know what you want. It's not time. It's not time. No, it's not. He's asking me for a treat. Can you hear him grunting? I want to see him. Here. This is our rescue. He's beautiful. Can you say hi, Beau-Bear? Isn't he beautiful? We're told that he's a Mastiff Shepherd. We're not sure. He has some characteristics of a shepherd, but I've never had a Mastiff, so I really don't know. My son has a Mastiff, and he looks nothing like him. You know, he talks. He smiles too, but he's a rescue. We got him. We picked him up June 29th, 2014, and the only reason why I remember that date was because it was the date that we drove our youngest son to the Atlanta airport, Hartford, to catch a plane to Bahrain, because he had joined the Navy and he was being shipped to Bahrain. That's how I remember that date. And we picked up Beau-Bear on our way home. He was horribly, horribly mistreated. He was in a foster home when we picked him up. He was found in a high kill shelter somewhere in South Carolina. I don't know where. He was about 9 weeks old, or 12 weeks old. I don't know. But he was about 16 weeks old, maybe 14 weeks old when we got him. He just a little guy. And he had cigarette burns on his head. Who does that? Don't get me started. He is the perfect dog. He is so good with kids. And he has a floating patella. He has bad hips. So he is in pain. He's in pain. But yeah, I mean, his tail was broken in many places. He's missing most of it. He was in really rough shape when they found him. But I saw his picture on the internet, and I think his name, I don't even remember what they named him, but we changed it because it just didn't suit him. And Beau-Bear suits him. He's a Beau-Bear. And when our granddaughter was crawling. She crawled all over him, and he let her. Yeah, but she's not allowed to give him treats because he gets a little too excited. And even though he's not going to intentionally hurt her, we just don't want to take that chance. So she gives the treats to Bella, who's the Dobie. The Dobie is a little gentler when it comes to the treats, but she's very, very hyperactive. She's older than Beau-Bear. Boy, she has got some serious energy. She literally runs circles around all of us. I can smell my casserole. Oh, my upside down pizza, it's a casserole. All it is mozzarella cheese, black olives, pepperoni, tomato, a can of tomatoes, tomato sauce, and seasoning, and biscuits. And you put those canned biscuits on top, and that's all it is. And bake it until it's done. But I can smell it. I need to go check on it. I think I'll go do that now. I almost burned it. It's not burned though. Biscuits are ready. But that's the first time I've used biscuits on top. You usually make like a flour mixture, and I had a can of biscuits, so I thought I'd use that. Yeah, I learned something. Cook the casserole before you add the biscuits, and then add the biscuits like the last, 10, 12 minutes? Yeah. Lesson learned. I told my husband, I said, well, dinner's ready. And he's like, baby, it's only 4 o'clock. So I know. But dinner's done. I don't have to worry about it now. It's done. So, my middle child, who is my son, it seems to me he has a package delivered every single day. I'm sure it's not, but it just seems that way. Today he had a package delivered, and it was this big box, and I knew what was in it. I don't even have to ask, because he collects Transformers. And so, that's what it was. And yeah, it's just like I don't even need to ask. So he bought his niece some dinosaur Transformers for Christmas, and she was over Sunday night. She stayed the night, and he sat down with her. And they put the dinosaurs together. Because, yeah, I told her that he would need to get Uncle James to help her with it. Because, Grammy doesn't know the first thing about Transformers. And he did. He finally sat down with her. And they put some dinosaurs together. But he buys her so many toys. Well, I suppose I'll wrap this up now. I have lots of stories to tell. Well, to share. We've had our share of adventures. But yeah, I have a few stories to tell. So just stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel, like, and comment, and share, please. Like I said before, you never know what I'm going to say, or do for that matter, but just stay tuned. Thank you for watching.